Challenge jazz concert. We have Shirley Grignon here with us today. She will be sharing some testimony and in regards to just the substance addiction problem that is prevalent in Canada. But yeah, this concert is really in regards to spreading awareness about substance addiction. And we wanted to offer this jazz concert to this community, to our church, where we can participate in ending substance addiction and abuse. So if you guys actually look over there, my name is Brian Moon, by the way. Nice to meet you, everyone. Hi. Hi. Okay, there's a QR code right there. So as you listen to music, if you guys want to help out in regards to the teen challenge and just ending substance addictions, if you guys just click the QR code, then you guys can donate right through the website. And when you guys do that, all the donations will directly go to, all go to Teen Challenge. So yeah, thank you so much for coming. We're gonna be playing our music now. First, we have James Griffith on the alto saxophone. We have Bun Chan on the keyboard, Stephen Falk on the bass, and Norbert Botosh on the drums. Okay, you guys ready to play? Yeah. So, it's just a few ground rules in regards to jazz music. Just think of it as a jazz club, although we are a church. So when you guys hear somebody solo, and when the solo ends, and if you guys really like it, it's this jazz tradition where you guys clap for them. Can you guys all try clapping? Like this? Yeah. So when somebody solos, and then if you really thought that solo was great, then you guys can actually shout too, like, woo! Can you guys all try clapping and shouting at the same time this time? Woo! All right, great job. So we're gonna play our first song. You guys probably all know this song very well. It's the song "Amazing Grace," arranged in a funky jazz style. So I hope you enjoy. This song is going to feature James Griffith on the alto and Bun Chen on the keys. Hope you enjoy. "Amazing Grace." Thank you very much. We'll move on to the next song. This song is called Circumstances of a Dream. I composed this back in 2008 when I was 18 years old. Hope you enjoy. It's a song played in bossa nova, and it will feature James Griffith on the alto saxophone. James Griffith on the alto saxophone. Next song is another original tune of mine, which I composed back in 2014. It is a song called Genuine Discovery. Now, what I mean by this song is, for me, one of my greatest discovery ever was finding my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And before that, I was not aware of how sinful I was, how hopeless I was in my life. But upon finding who Jesus was in my life, I was able to find the purpose of my life, which was to glorify God and to enjoy Him. Now, that was my discovery, and it is really to express who that person is to me. So in listening to the melody and the harmony and the rhythm of this song, I hope you can relate to the discovery that I had. So here it is, Genuine Discovery. And this song is going to feature Bun Chen on the keyboard. Um, Thank you. So, do you guys know a movie called Mo Better Blues? If you guys know, can you guys raise your hands? Nobody? Oh, Mo Better Blues. Denzel Washington was on it. Do you guys know Mo Better Blues? You know? You guys know? Well, there's a this is a movie, but it's a jazz movie with Denzel Washington playing trumpet. And there's a very famous song called Mo Better Blues, right? Do you guys know how to play it? Yeah, can we just play that song? Like, we'll show you what that song is, and then maybe you will know what, at least the song. Do you guys know this song? Yeah, now you know. You guys don't know the movie, but you guys know the music. It became famous with Branford Marsalis playing the saxophone and Terence Blanchard playing the trumpet. Now, with the same motif of this riff, for me, another melody came to my mind. And if you're a Christian, I want you guys to see what melody comes to your mind. So here it is, my song that I arranged with this riff. James Griffith on the tenor, alto saxophone. Next one, we're going to play a very hot-tempo, up-tempo jazz tune. Actually, it's a hymn. Do you guys all know, if you are Christians, do you guys know What a Friend We Have in Jesus? What a friend we have in Jesus. But I arranged this song in a very up-tempo jazz tune. So yeah, you'll recognize the melody, but you will feel like you're singing a hymn in a jazz bar, having a drink. Well, so here it is, What a Friend We Have. This one is going to feature James, Bun, and also Norbert. Yeah, so hope you enjoy What a Friend We Have. Norbert Botosh on the drums, everyone. All right, we have 2 songs left, and then we're gonna take a intermission. Now we're gonna play a song called Prayer 67. This is a ballad, so it's a very slow tempo because we played such an up-tempo song just now. After this song, we're actually going to have Shirley Grignon come up and share about her story, about Teen Challenge, about the issue of substance addiction. And then after that, we are going to actually play one last song for the set, and we'll have intermission. So this is called Prayer 67, and it is because this song is derived from Psalm 67 in the Bible. So here it is.
It's what it steals from you. It steals joy, dignity, health, purpose, family, relationships, but worst of all, addiction steals hope. Hopelessness is what Teen Challenge is truly fighting, because hopelessness is not true. Once an addict is not always an addict. At Teen Challenge, we know that there are those trapped by addiction in every community across Canada from every walk of life. Through our 12-month faith-based in-residence program, we have helped prove that the past decisions do not dictate the future. We believe that there is always hope after addiction, and we are committed to walking alongside those in need to find it. But it doesn't stop there. Teen Challenge Canada is dedicated to helping those not only caught in addiction, but their families and communities. At our 9 centers across Canada, we are dedicated to rebuilding lives by investing in people, one person, one day, one choice at a time. Helping men and women face their past and find new life free from addictions that not only transforms themselves, but everyone around them. Teen Challenge, helping men and women overcome substance addiction to lead full and productive lives every day.
Well, I'm often in different churches on a weekend, usually a Sunday morning, doing outreaches for the benefit of Teen Challenge. But what a pleasure it is to be here with, and I didn't know what to expect coming here, but wow, these guys are amazing. And I'm so honored to be here, part of that. And, you know, while they were playing, I was looking for verses in the Bible, and there's so many of them that tell us to worship and praise and sing to the Lord using stringed instruments and tambourines and, you know, just on and on. There are verses that talk about how we can worship using music this way. So I'm really honored to be here. But there's a bigger reason I'm here. Addiction, we all know someone who's been affected, I'm sure. It's a tragedy that touches people's lives directly, indirectly, through their friends, their families, churches, communities. Addiction does not discriminate. It affects men and women of all ages in all walks of life. We never know what goes on behind closed doors. Your doctor, your children's teacher, the person you pass on the street, your pastor may be struggling with an addiction. We don't know. And because the stigma is what keeps people from reaching out, it makes it so very difficult to provide help. Now, why am I here particularly? Here I am, I'm this, kind of old lady, traveled up here from Aurelia to talk to you great folks. Well, I have a story about addiction. I married young. I had 3 young children. By the time I was 29, I was raising them alone. No financial support, God was not in our home. And that was the biggest mistake. I was raised in a Christian home, but somehow God just slid under the cracks, and had he been there, I think our lives might have looked a lot different. I was very, very naive. I never touched drugs, never abused my prescription drugs, never drank. But strangely, each of my 3 children struggled in addiction. My 2 boys in work-related accidents, and they were prescribed oxycodone, and we've all heard of that. Thank God that my boys have since recovered. My daughter, she had a bigger struggle, and I'll tell you about that. We need to know, though, that the Canadian Mental Health Society says that more than 22 people die every day from accidental overdose. That 6 million people, 6 million Canadians, will in their lifetime meet the defined criteria for addiction. It might also surprise you to know that people who have suffered 6 or more traumatic events in their lifetime, and this is a shocking number, 4,600 times more likely to experience substance abuse and become addicts. Genetics are also a factor. You combine that with trauma, and the combination is deadly. The sad truth is that addicts are often children of addicts, and it can become a never-ending destructive cycle where drugs and alcohol start out being something they're going to try, okay? A poor choice, a series of poor choices. But before you know it, suddenly that substance is being used as a lethal coping mechanism to handle pain, shame, trying to fit in, trying to feel normal even. It can be really tough to feel compassion for people who make these choices. It can be so hard to understand why it appears that they continue to make those choices and even choose the lifestyle. I said to my addicted daughter once, I said, but baby, Trisha, addiction is a choice. Everybody says it. And she said, with agony in her voice, she said, Mom, who would choose to live this way? I've never forgotten that. Realize that addiction is now recognized as a disease. It's a mental illness controlled by the same brain that controls your heartbeat, your breathing. An addict can feel that they need their drug of choice as badly as they need to breathe. So, back to my story. My daughter struggled through almost 20 years of concurrent addiction. What does that mean? Well, it means that whatever was available, she became addicted to. It started, except for alcohol, that is, but she started out with marijuana. That was an addiction. Then it was on to meth and crack and cocaine, and finally, my daughter was injecting heroin and fentanyl in the last 4 to 5 years. And there I was, like, her 2 brothers, her son, who she had at 16, myself, all of us, watching in horror as Trish just was literally dying before our very eyes. People couldn't understand my devotion. They said, don't enable. You've got to let go the reins. You've got to let her hit rock bottom. Well, as a parent, what if rock bottom means death? Ask yourself that question. Can you walk away? I never would have imagined how my life would follow her down that dark path, but there I was, the mother of a hardcore intravenous injecting heroin and fentanyl, killing herself before my very eyes. Extreme weight loss, skin lesions, track marks, collapsed veins, seizures, multiple overdoses. Thank God for Narcan. A personality I often didn't recognize. Worry consumed me. I would jolt awake in the dead of the night, thinking I was hearing that phone with that dreaded call. It often was the phone, usually my daughter asking me to pick her up from some dangerous place with equally dangerous people. I drove myself crazy with questions that had no answers. How did this happen? What did I do wrong? What could I or should I have done or done differently? These are the questions that consume the parents of an addicted child. If that addicted child dies, these are the questions that will forever haunt them. My daughter asked me once, she said, "Mom, wouldn't it just be easier if I died?" And I'll never forget the horror, because I knew what was in her mind. And I said, "Oh, Tricia, no." I said, what would this struggle have been all about? Why would it end in such pain? What more could I have done? What more should I have done? These are the questions that I would take to my grave, Tricia. Please don't talk that way. We know now that there was trauma in each of my children's pasts that predisposed them to addiction, particularly my daughter. We know now that addiction can be genetic. I have the addicts in my family to prove it. Such a vicious cycle. Over the years, once having been one drink that would last me an entire evening and probably still be sitting there at the end of the night, I steadily began drinking more and more, just to cope with my own past trauma and the trauma of my daughter's addiction. It got to the point where I jokingly referred to myself as a functional alcoholic, until I wasn't. I made choices that boggle my mind. I spent so much money. I damaged my health. I got into theft. I lost my job. I lost my driver's license. I lost respect of my friends, my family, in spite of what a good job I thought I was doing hiding it. Most of all, I lost respect for myself. One night, I got down on my knees and I begged the Lord to help me. Lord, please help me. Take this sin away, Lord. Take this craving away. Come into my heart. Change my life, Lord. I know you can do it. And that day I had my last drink. I never suffered a withdrawal symptom. I never had a craving, ever. It's been almost 7 years now, and I'm saved. The real blessing to this story is that during that time when my drinking got worse and worse, my daughter entered Teen Challenge Canada. She entered the Women's Centre in Aurora in that year-long program. And just a couple of months after I was saved, she graduated the program. She's been clean 7 years. She's, without Teen Challenge, our lives, without Teen Challenge, by the grace of God, because God works through that mission. And that's why I'm here today. And I see God's work every Sunday when I bring clients with me currently in the program, and I hear their testimonies. And they may differ from mine, but the men and women in the Teen Challenge centers, in the centers, 9 centers across Canada, they're recovering. They're going on to become new creations, living transformed lives full of hope and opportunity that, because we are faith-based, is completely privately funded. So that's why I'm here at an outreach tonight. My daughter became the daughter that I thought I'd lost. She became the woman I had glimpses of between relapses. She's now the loving mother to her son, now 26, that he deserved and she so desperately wanted to be. And she's getting this do-over by God's grace with his little boy who's being raised in the Lord's Word. Professionally, Tricia just came back from an outreach in Oakville. She'll be doing another tomorrow. She's working full-time at Teen Challenge Canada as a major donor liaison. She has a gift. God has given her a gift to speak to people and to help them understand the importance of Teen Challenge and the fact that without a personal relationship with Christ, recovery is not possible. And in the spirit of inspiration and transformation, Tricia will announce to anyone who will listen, God did it. God healed my mind, my body, my spirit. And he did that for me too. And while he was at it, guess what? My 2 boys have come to the Lord. They're free from addiction. My grandchildren have come to the Lord. They join us in church. And that's why I'm here tonight, because, you know, my sordid little story becomes a transformation that becomes a testimony to people like you who can say, look how far she fell, and look what's possible today. So Matthew 25, verse 40 says, and the king will answer them, truly, I say to you, as you did for one of the least of these my brothers, you did it to me, for me. So when you're looking at that QR code, or you come out during intermission to take a look at the material I've brought, let God work on your hearts and ask if God might want you to help support this mission. We're going to see a little video after the intermission called The Journey, and I pray that you will find yourself led to help us in our mission. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you so much for that, Shirley. I first got a phone call from Teen Challenge because our church, Hillside, had been supporting Teen Challenge financially annually over the years. And Teen Challenge called just to thank our church for supporting. And I was very interested to learn more about Teen Challenge, so I went to meet one of the coordinators, and I was waiting in the cafe, and then this beautiful lady, just dressed very well, professional, very bright, very smart. We talked, and then we were like, hey, what about we open this jazz concert in support of Teen Challenge? And she was like, that's a great idea, and let's see how I can make that happen. And the lady was the one who actually helped and made this whole jazz event happen. Now, that lady is Tricia Grignon, Shirley's daughter. So basically, this event that's happening has been, organized by Tricia, and also, but most importantly, by God. So as you're listening to music, as you are being blessed by the music through God's creation, if the Lord gives you the heart, Shirley will be outside at the during intermission at the foyer. So please support, use that energy, that joy to really spread and share more of your love outward, and for Christ's kingdom and glory, and for more people like Tricia to be. So here's the last song of the set, and then we're gonna take a short intermission, and we'll come back at 7. We'll have 10-minute intermission. So this song is called Janie's Jam, and it is a composition by one of my professors at Humber College named Dave Restivo. He was a fantastic keyboard player, and this song is going to feature Bon Chan on the keys, and we're gonna have a little shout chorus with James and I. So hope you enjoy the last song of the set, Janie's Jam. Thank you very much. We're gonna take maybe 5 minute intermission. Shirley is going to be at the booth. Again, James Griffith on the alto saxophone, Bon Chan on the keys, Stephen Falk on the bass, and Norbert Botosh on the drums. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Thank you.
or lack of personal identity, so they can start the transformation into the person they were intended to be. Now, this journey of recovery would not be possible if it weren't for the incredible faithfulness and generosity from supporters like you. At Teen Challenge, ongoing partnerships are much more than the financial backbone of our ministry. They are a testimony to all those still in addiction, that even in the midst of their brokenness, they can know they are worth investing in. By joining the journey and becoming part of our incredible community of monthly supporters, composed of passionate, generous, driven people like yourself, you are not only helping someone on their personal road to recovery, you are becoming a key part of their victory story. Your financial support shows those in our program that you believe there's still hope. It is not too late for help, and you are willing to invest in them to help them find it. For any reoccurring monthly or annual amount, join the journey. And your support of our 12-month faith-based in-residence program proves to those in our care that past life choices do not have to dictate the future, and that life, purposeful, productive life after addiction, is possible. Support Teen Challenge Canada and join the journey today. Visit teenchallenge.ca.
Thank you very much. The featured Bon Chan on the keyboard and James Griffith with the shout chorus. Next song is a song called Trinity. It's sort of like an arrangement that I did of a hymn. Of I think it goes like, how does it go? Da 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 do da do da do da 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 do da 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 da. Do you guys all know that hymn? Sorry, I'm not a good singer. Anyways, it's a hymn that I arranged in 5/4 time. Now I like to dedicate this song to a special someone, a girl, baby girl named Trinity, because my brother here, Stephen, we go way back, at Humber College, 2010. He, just a few months ago, adopted a daughter, and her name happens to be Trinity. Yeah, so congratulations, Stephen. He's a new daddy. So I like to dedicate this song. It's a very difficult tune because of weird time signature, but yeah, I like to still dedicate it to, Trinity. Okay, so this tune will feature James Griffith on the alto saxophone. James Griffith on the alto saxophone, everyone. Yeah, hope you like that Trinity. You couldn't hear it, but your daddy did. We're going too long, like it's getting late, so we're gonna skip a few songs. We are going to actually skip For Henry, and we're gonna move on to next one. If you guys want to, if you guys are missing a few songs here, but what we can do is maybe we could have this jazz concert again, And then maybe when we do it again, you guys can listen to it at that time. Yeah? All right. Well, I want to play you this song called Grace Song. Grace Song, what does this mean? It's the song about God's grace. And I wrote this song back in 2016. But there's another meaning to this song. Can anybody guess? That's right. My wife's last name is Song. So this song is actually, yes, in regards to singing about God's grace upon our lives, but it's really about my wife too, because by God's grace, God granted me my wife. And this song is dedicated both in regards to God's grace and also to my wife, whose full name is Grace Song. Where did my wife go? I guess she'll not listen to it today, but yeah, hope you enjoy Grace Song. I love you, Grace. But most importantly, I love you, God. Next one is called Bobby. The reason is because, yeah, this this is the name of my mother-in-law's dog. So, yeah, the previous song was a song for God and song for my wife. Now this is a song for a dog. But she is definitely beloved. Hope you enjoy, Bobby. Thank you, everybody. Should we do one more or end it? Last one? Yeah? Okay. So we're going to do Since Christ My Soul because we cannot end the concert with a song about a dog. We need to end it with Christ. So as some of you guys may know, I'm the pastor here at Hillside Church in Mount Albert. We have our service every Sunday at 10 a.m. So even tomorrow we have service. So if you guys are not acquainted with any church, please feel free to come out. And what you're witnessing here is really about how God is so good to us in providing us His creation. He created us, and not only so, He saved us and gave us His most precious Son, Jesus Christ. And since Christ is in our soul, our lives are liberated, our lives are happy, and we are free from sin, and we live by God's blessings. So hope this song rings a bell to you. I do need to explain about this song. You guys will hear two songs in this song. First one is going to be Lean on Me. And on top of that, we are going to actually hear Since Christ My Soul, that hymn. So which one will you listen to? Lean on Me? Well, they're both great lyrics, great songs. But you guys will have the best of both. So hope you enjoy. Again, we have James Griffith on the alto saxophone, Don Chan on the keyboard, Stephen Falk on the bass, Norbert Botosh on the drums. My name is Brian Moon. Yeah, this song is actually going to feature Norbert Botos on the drums at the very end. So hope you enjoy. Since Christ My Soul. This is gonna be the last song. Thank you so much to Shirley Grignon for sharing the testimony. Please, if you haven't done so, scan the QR code and please support in regards to substance abuse. Thank you to Greg, Mark at the very back doing the slides. Thank you to Byron doing the sounds. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you to Hillside Church. Here we go. Since Christ My Soul. I have to stop talking. Norbert Botosh on the drums, Stephen Fogg on the bass, Bon Chan on the keyboard, James Griffith on the alto saxophone. My name is Brian Moon. Thank you so much for coming. God bless everyone. Please, with all the blessings God has given us, share it to Teen Challenge. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Byron. For Hillside family, I'll see you guys tomorrow at worship service. Thank you very much. God bless.